Hey everyone, thanks for joining me on this tremendously horrible day. I managed to get my makeup on and get a shower, so that's like a plus in my side, right? Yeah, I'm not going to edit this, so what you see is what you get. I should go live, but I'm driving and I may say something that I shouldn't, and I have to like delete this whole thing. So yesterday, and I hate this thing in my car. I need something better to hold this. Got a tip. Last few days, I've gotten a few tips. Stupid thing. And I'm sorry, I look really tired, and there's a very good reason for that. I am. Not even makeup is tired. Now it's all crooked again. I'm not gonna mess with it. I have a homeless son. A lot of you guys know that. His name is Joshua. And prayers, positive vibes, all of that would be amazing for him. He's homeless. He is severely mentally ill. We adopted him at birth. And I knew from the beginning he had a problem. I saw the temporary plate in the back of my car and I thought it was a car. Blonde. And it took us 7 years. This was before they routinely... These people are assholes. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, that car has my dad's initials on it, JPA. How cool is that? Yeah, squirrel. German Shepherd. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yes, this is like life. This is what my husband and my kids have to put up with. Joshua. Before they routinely screen for autism is when he was born. And that sentence made absolutely no sense grammatically, and at this moment I really don't care. So for 7 years I went from doctor to doctor to doctor, and I was told things like, if you don't want him, we'll take him. You doctor, I am so glad that he was not my first child. Had he been my first child, that doctor would have completely sabotaged my self-confidence as a parent. And, you know, that's not cool. This doc was an idiot. I took him from doctor to doctor, as I said, and I was told, and I may have mentioned this to you guys, I was told, he's too smart for you. Really? Do you know the genetics that my brothers and I have from my mom and my dad? Give me a break. That's not like arrogant or anything, it's just true. I'm not dumb. I was told we needed parenting classes. Another, read between the lines. We didn't need parenting classes. My gosh. Joshua was our 7th child collectively. Parenting classes were not something I needed. And then even before, I think at that time we had also been in foster care, and so I had a lot of foster care training on children with problems. So it wasn't that. I knew there was something wrong with my kid. Moms, dads, parents, grandparents, if you think there's something wrong, go with your gut and keep going until someone listens to you. I've had things happen with several of my kids and one of my grandchildren, a couple of my grandkids. Excuse me. And the gut will tell you. So I was relentless. And then my oldest daughter called sensory integration something. I don't know. I can't think because my head is pounding. My ear feels like it's going to explode. Sensory integration dysfunction, something like that. So that was after we had moved to Oregon from Washington. The pain. And I was able to get him into an incredible hospital for a complete and total evaluation of what was wrong with him. Try to figure out what the heck was going on. My husband, I'm surprised he's still alive because he kept trying to encourage me. God bless him. He would say, Terry, just give it 6 more weeks, just 6 more weeks. Well, when Joshua was about 3 years old, I told him, if you tell me that again, I'm going to flip out on you and kill you. This kid is living in a backpack on my back. He has to be wrapped tightly. Weird things. I didn't know about autism at the time. Well, I took him in to Oregon Health Sciences University, and even though they have my opinion, my experience, freaking lousy trauma center, they do have some very incredible parts of the hospital. Joshua went in for a very long battery of tests when he was 7 years old, and this is driving me crazy. My OCD is coming out. He went in for a very long series of tests, and one of the tests was really funny. I have to tell you about this. They put him in a room with a doctor, and she was asking questions. She would show him cards, and she would say, what is this? You know, it could be a picture of a horse, a bicycle, a ball, you know, different objects, common objects that he should know the answer to. After about the 3rd question, and, you know, he answered them all correctly, I saw his facial expressions starting to change. As a mom, you know the facial expressions of your kids, and you know what possibly might be coming up. And I just put my head, you know, it was kind of a facepalm moment. Palm face. Facepalm. I don't know. I can't think. Because I knew things were going to deviate. So she's asking him these questions, right? What is this, Joshua? What is this, Joshua? And he looked at her, and I didn't know if he was going to jump up and attack her, which he had done in the past with other people, or what was happening, but I could see something was happening. And thank God, the only thing that happened was he looked at her, and he said, it was embarrassing as a mother, he looked at her, and he was pretty condescending, and he said, you don't know much, do you? I had to laugh. I was relieved that he didn't jump across the table and attack her. You know, when he was little, the kids would joke about making a movie and titling it When Joshua Attacks, because seriously, oh my gosh, the people are freaking nuts here. You could just walk by him and not know what was going on, but he would sense something. Maybe you bumped a Lego, maybe you walked into his line of vision. Who knows? You irritated him in some way, and he would just jump up and attack you. Well, that was fine and cool until he got big and strong. Well, let's fast forward here with my son. 18 years old. He's already tried to kill me several times, tried to kill his father several times, tried and threatened to kill other children, threatened my grandchildren, threatened my children that he was going to kill their children. If I don't make sense, forgive me, because I really feel like crap today. Well, and forgive me for saying well. Usually I edit that out, and it's because I lose track. Oh my gosh, like right now. The Audi has red brake calipers. Like I'm noticing those more and more. I've got this Cadillac ATS that I freaking love. It's real sporty, and it has red brake calipers. And which of these ATMs is open? This one. And so I noticed that. I'm sorry, I got off topic. to make a deposit to my ATM account? Well, yes, we're going to try. I'll try to keep talking to you. These take forever. I hate them. It's like, they get so testy with you. Anyway, let's just hope they take. They don't always take the checks and they spit them back at me. That pisses me off. Everything pisses me off when I feel like this. This is stupid. And I hate these damn cameras they have on these. I mean, I know they're good for people that are gonna like rip off an ATM machine. Where's my receipt, you dummy? This is not going to be my day. You know what? I gotta check my balance because I don't even know if they did this right. Okay, so Josh was trying to kill everyone, okay? The police all know us in our town. We live in this really small town. And this is dumb. Questions. Okay. Sounds good to me. There's money in my account. Terry, mental note. Always put the car in drive before you try to go. So we had a pretty serious situation on our hands, and sorry about that whole little interaction and my little outburst with the ATM. But I mean, the police came over so many times, and I think it was the last time they came over, they suggested they knew someone was going to be hurt. Because he would send us to the hospital. He sent me to the hospital. I can't remember anyone else. I know that we had to take him to the hospital a few times trying to get a psych eval. Well, they had us get plastic restraints, you know, flex cuffs and pepper spray him, place him through the house. Had to spray him once, worked for a little bit. We didn't realize he had multiple mental illnesses that were cropping up. You know, you're 18. He was 18 at that time. He did exceptionally well in things he wanted to do, like culinary, building, music, you know, things of that nature. He did really well with. But there was some sort of a disconnect and we couldn't quite figure it out. And then there were some other problems that I'm not going to go into because it just wouldn't be right, that we had with him. And all the girls in the house, all my daughters and I had to put locks on our doors. One day, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time thinking through this fog. The thing came a day, I remember it so clearly. My husband, I mean, we got to where we were carrying him all the time because we were afraid of this kid. And he went to kill my husband. And my husband drew his gun and told me to call the police. And he told my son that he needed to stay where he was. Police got there. That was the day that Joshua was removed from the home. And he's been in and out of jail. Well, he has autism, bipolar, paranoid schizophrenia, and my doctor is adamant, as are the police, he not stay at my house, which is a very good idea since statistically parents are the #1 target for paranoid schizophrenics, and he has threatened to kill us before. And I'm kind of freaked out because he's on meth now, and he is sharing needles. His thought pattern is very scary. He's thinking Bilderberg is after him. If you don't know who Bilderberg are, look them up. My dad used to fly for a couple of the members. You talk about the Illuminati and one world government. Yeah, things my dad told me in the 70s. I'm glad my dad's dead now, because they would probably come back and kill him for me talking about this. I'm seeing him half of the day. So Joshua is thinking Bilderberg's after him. He's thinking that ISIS has done all these things. He thinks people are throwing weapons at him. I can't get the doctors here to do a psych eval on him because they're telling me that they don't want to take his rights away. Okay, you don't want to take my kid's rights away? Take him home with you. Let him sleep in the bedroom next door to your wife and your kid. You gonna do that? If your answer is no, then I suggest you get on the ball and get some diagnosis going on here so I can get guardianship of my son and get him off the streets and into safe housing. Well, I've been getting some tips that he's now not in downtown Portland anymore, that he is actually over near where we live. I've put his pictures up on my Facebook account, and last night I got another phone call. I got a tip. Someone else had seen him, and when that happens, I've got to jump quick because he can disappear. And it's been very cold here, and so I wanted to make sure he at least had good shoes, blankets, coat, food. I don't enable him in any way. I won't give him money because he'll just buy drugs. And you know, even giving him a coat, blanket, and shoes, he'll trade them for drugs. But at least he'll have them for a little bit. So I dealt with that. Wake up this morning with a mass migraine and an ear infection. I have no idea where this is leading other than I just needed to talk. Look how tired I look. Oh my gosh, I went into Starbucks, which I haven't been doing very much lately, and I got something to drink, and the guy said, "Terry, what's wrong?" I'm like, "What do you mean, what's wrong?" He said, "You're not looking so good." I'm like, "Thanks, dude. There goes your tip." It hurt, guys. Oh my gosh, it hurt. And I have errands to do. It doesn't make it fun. I just want to home, go to bed. But I've got to go to urgent care. You know what? If you guys watch this, subscribe. Please subscribe. You don't have to watch anything. Just subscribe so my numbers go up. It has to do with, revenue, ads, and, I don't know, what the freak ever. All these stupid analytics and logarithms and whatnot. So, here's the scoop. Ooh. Mahar. Speaking with a friend last night. I guess messaging a friend last night. Or yesterday afternoon before I got the information about my son. And we were talking about ink, talking about tattoos. Yeah, I have a lot. And, I've been thinking about getting a leg tattoo. Not like a leg tattoo, but I mean like a leg tattoo. hip to ankle. I think I'm going to do it. Jason, dude, we need to talk. So I guess that's about all I have to say, because I've got to run a few errands. I've got to get in here and find some things. Then, let's see, why am I telling you what I'm doing today? Because I don't want to get out of my car right now. I've got to go make an appointment for Botox because my migraines are coming back. They're freaking killing me. They're hitting me hard, and they're keeping me down for 2, 3, 4 days at a time. Got to go to urgent care for my ear. I was going to make an incredible dinner for my husband tonight. That's not going to happen because I'm going to bed when I get home. Oh yeah, and the derma roller. See, I can't even think. The derma roller ring I did last night. My gosh, my husband got home and he's like, "Whoa, you look like you have a tan," because, you know, the blood rushes to your face, collagen production, blah, 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 blah. So last night before I went to bed, I washed my face again with the anise oils. I put more vitamin C serum and hyaluronic acid on, and I can still feel it today. I was real reluctant to put makeup on, but I think it kind of sealed all my pores and all those little micro channel hole thingies in my face with product. So I put a little bit of makeup on to cover it because I still have a few marks here and there. And I can still feel it in my face, so I'm hoping that that means it's gonna work. So I'll keep you updated on that. Right now I've got to get in here and I have to shop, I have to find a dress. I don't want to do that when I feel like this, but we have a countdown on because we're going to Texas for a special occasion, and I need a really cool dress. Thanks for listening. Sorry I bored you. I wish I had something like really inspirational to say. I really think 2018 is going to be a great year. Feeling pretty good about that. I have a granddaughter on the way. I'm feeling really good about that. Things are good, guys. Things are good. Life is good. Life is good. So don't ever give up hope. Keep working. Even if you don't understand it. I didn't understand what was going on in the last, I don't know, decade. And look where it brought me. Oh my gosh. I'm loving it. Life is good. Life is good. I'm sorry I rambled. I'm sorry I went squirrel like a billion times. But that's me. And that's part of what this channel is about. I want you guys to get to know me because we're going to have some adventures. And I guess that's about all for now. I'm going to upload this. I know it's pretty lame-o, but I needed to talk. Thanks for allowing me to pretend that you're there listening to me. Give me some thumbs up because I kind of need them today. My head hurts, my ear hurts, and I'm whiny. And my nose is all runny. And I have to feel better by Saturday because we're taking our son to see Jumanji.